welcome to Mash on This, Mashable's daily culture and entertainment show that gives you tomorrow's biggest news stories today. I'm your host, a Greg Kelly made out of smoked salmon, also known as Dory Greenberg. On Mash on This, we give you a quick rundown of what we think is the best the internet has to offer. Be sure to tell us what you think about it in the comments throughout the show, and we'll get to them at the end of the show. Now, let's get into it. First of all, happy Easter to all those who celebrated it this weekend. And if it's Easter, then there's gotta be a White House Easter egg roll. Today marks the 139th annual event, and our dear press secretary is loving it. It comes as no surprise that Sean Spicy Spicer loves Easter, since he held the title of the White House Easter Bunny during George W.'s presidency, where Spicer also served as Assistant U.S. Trade Representative for Media and Public Affairs. We're sad that Spicer didn't grace us an Easter Bunny outfit this year, but instead, we were blessed with this clip of him reading storybooks to children. Take a look.
Real name's a secret. My friends call me EB. My special job means I must hide my true identity.
Oh, geez, sorry. Oh, I dozed off there for a second. Spicy should just stick to yelling at reporters because he's kind of a straight-up snooze fest when he isn't doing so. Between Robin Williams' tragic battle with depression and Kanye West's hospitalization for temporary psychosis, men dealing with mental health issues has become more apparent in recent years. It's an important topic, but not one that's easy to discuss for many men, especially those with celebrity status. But Prince Harry is trying to change that. He recently spoke very candidly with Telegraph journalist Byron E. Gordon about his struggles with mental health after his mother, Princess Diana, passed away. Here's a little snippet from the podcast recording.
I can safely say that losing my mum at the age of 12 and therefore shutting down all of my emotions for the last 20 years has had a quite serious effect on not only my personal life but also my work as well. My way of dealing with it was refusing to ever think about my mum, because why would that help? It's only going to make you sad. It's not going to bring her back. All of a sudden, all of this grief that I'd never processed started to come to the forefront. I was like, there's actually a lot of stuff here I need to deal with. It was 20 years of not thinking about it, and then 2 years of total chaos. It's a fascinating process for me that I've been through, not just personally, but all of the people that I get to meet. So fortunate to get to meet these people who have literally turned their lives around, and it's all part of a conversation, being able to talk to a brother, a sister, a parent, a colleague, or a complete stranger. And as I'm sure you know, some of the best or the easiest people to speak to is a shrink, or whoever, I know the Americans call them shrinks, someone you've never met before. You sit down on the sofa and say, listen, I don't actually need your advice. Can you just listen?
Just listen to me.
And you just let it all rip.
And you've done that, have you?
I've done that a couple of times.
I'm not
More
surprised.
than a couple of times.
The interview is part of the publicity tour for Heads Together, the charity the Prince has set up along with his bro and sis-in-law, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, to promote positive mental well-being. As a person who also deals with mental health issues, I think Prince Harry is doing something incredible by opening up and sharing his experiences with the world, despite him being such a high-profile person. So for that, Harry, we salute you. Keep up the great work. If you're watching this right now, then you are on the internet, and therefore aware that the internet is a weird place full of explicit and graphic content that most people care to not look at most of the time. But what you might not be aware of are the people in the world who are hired to scrub this content out of existence. And now there's a movie all about it. The Moderators is a 20-minute short film created by Adrian Chen and Kieran Cassidy, and it explores the world of social media content moderation. It follows workers in India who sift through all that is grotesque and shocking and decide what's appropriate for posting and what is not. Check out a short clip about how important it is that humans, not machines, do this job.
You can't be dependent on automation in this thing. You can't be. Sometimes system makes error. Human are needed. That I am sure, and it's my point of view. What I have learned from moderation till now. I can say that without human it's not possible, for now at least.
So obviously we wanted to show you some more exciting parts from the film, but since we are on Facebook right now and they are discussing pictures that are not allowed on Facebook, we decided against it. But this film does show that not all heroes wear capes, and it's important that we acknowledge these people and their courageous eyeballs. So be sure to watch the rest of the film on Mashable.com. When it comes to breaking down barriers in technology, advances in virtual reality are towards the tippy top. And there's a new VR development that just came out at the CHI 17 conference in Denver. A team of researchers from the Hasso-Plattner Institute created a haptic system that mimics the presence of walls or heavy objects via electrical muscle stimulation. The researchers hooked subjects up with a medical-grade 8-channel muscle simulator, also known as EMS, and installed it in a backpack. The EMS was controlled by a VR simulator that works with Samsung Gear VR, hand-mounted trackers, and a motion capture system. Researchers then attached electrodes to users' forearms and biceps, which automatically applies a mild electrical shock when they touch or lift a virtual object, making them feel like they're pushing up against a wall or picking up a heavy cube. Don't worry though, the shocks aren't enough to hurt anyone, but I feel like I run into enough walls in my actual reality and schlep around heavy stuff all the time, so not really sure why this particular development is useful. It just seems like a more expensive option for physical therapy or exercise to me, but what do y'all think? Are you looking forward to walking into VR walls and picking up VR weights? Let us know in the comments. In case you don't have cool, rich friends to flood your social feeds with shoddy concert videos and sweaty squad pics, then you probably forgot it was Coachella this weekend. Besides the music, one of the main reasons people pay attention to the music festival is the ultra-trendy outfits that people wear. Most of the time, these outfits provide little to no function. Where do you put any of your belongings there? At all. And sometimes these outfits even appropriate other marginalized cultures. What's that picture? And there it is. Oh, look at that. So offensive, yet so cute, right? Celebrities are also guilty of donning ridiculous Coachella wear. Just take a look at bad gal Riri here. There she is. That is a full crystal bodysuit that even goes over her head like a precious little gimp. And I just can't stop thinking about how itchy it must be. But it's also definitely a pricey number. Look at this LEWK look straight off of the runway from Gucci's Fall 2017 collection. It's basically the exact same thing, except Rihanna made some tasteful adjustments to the length of the shorts. But who wore it better? Let us know in the comments. Riri shining bright like a diamond at Coachella is almost kind of expected, TBH. But one thing no one saw coming out was a Lady Gaga movie. According to Entertainment Weekly, the official Coachella app posted this flyer, there it is, that invites fans to come be an extra in the film, which is titled A Star is Born, and will be directed by Bradley Cooper. And here to dissect all of this wild new information is none other than entertainment reporter Proma Khosla. Come on down, Proma. Hey girl, are you all Coachella'd out yet?
Not at all. I've kept my distance, so I didn't even know it was happening.
Yeah.
Even though that's my job.
Oh, it's okay. I am the same exact way. So, what is this movie going to be about?
So A Star is Born, if you guys feel like you've heard of it, is because this movie has been redone a few times in Hollywood. This one is a contemporary reimagining of that story. There's a version from the 30s in 1937 with Judy Garland. There was a version in the 50s. The most recent one was in 1976.
Babs.
The Babs version.
And Chris Christopherson.
Yeah, it's a great movie, which is why they keep making it over and over. So this one is Bradley Cooper directing and starring with Lady Gaga.
Yeah, and it's like about like a young ingenue, right?
Yeah, so she gets into Hollywood and show business, and then her mentor is this like troubled man. So, whoa.
Sounds awesome. And yeah, like it sounds really like a cool opportunity for Gaga to kind of like spread her actor wings a little bit more. But on IMDb, it has a very short, like, I guess, signed-on cast list thus far. And one of the other people is Mr. Cowboy Man himself, Sam Elliott. And then there's also Andrew Dice claim. Yeah. And now because this is like a Western reimagining, like Sam Elliott makes a whole lot of sense, but like the Dice Man, I don't.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice for sure. The Western angle is pretty cool to me because everyone who's at the Coachella concert has to dress like it's a country concert.
Right.
So they're like denim and boots and Stetsons and.
But no Lady Gaga pink hats, they
Right.
specifically mentioned.
Because Lady Gaga can't exist in this universe, or there would be a black hole.
Oh, yes, just sucks us all in.
Sweet, sweet relief.
Okay, so what was your first reaction when you heard about this?
I think Gaga makes a lot of sense for the younger role, for the starlet. I mean, she's not as young as she was, but when she started her career, she was like really early 20s, and she's so good. You know,
She's really good.
She's really talented. I'm interested to see Cooper directing, and there's a photo. We actually have a still from the movie.
Yeah.
The first image, and he looks very different.
Oh, there it is.
Can we see? So that you can, if you squint, you're like, okay, Lady Gaga makes sense, but Bradley Cooper, like, what's that
What
nose?
happened? Yeah.
What is
Facial-
happening?
I have a friend who is very unforgiving when it comes to facial prosthetics in movies. So, Christina, this movie is not for you.